Hello, mermaids and barnacle boys. My name is Sponge Drew, and welcome back to another video. Today we are once again reading another little SpongeBob book here. You guys seem to really like the last video I did where I read, like the little comic books where I had a whole bunch of comics in it. You all seem to really like that video a lot. So why not, go ahead and read another little book right here. This is Surfs Up SpongeBob. Now, I actually have reviewed this book in the video where I reviewed like a whole bunch of like my little books that I did way back when, so you could check that video out if you wanted to. On the back, there's like a whole bunch of other ones right here. Actually, zoom in, you can see I have basically I have this one, that one, that one right there. Let's see, and I think that's really about it. So, really, because, like this one is in like a big, book and all that. But, yeah, you can pause it and read it, right here. If you have any of these books, let me know. I'll try my best to actually get the rest of these books right here. But you can see, without, let's just do a little review of the book itself. You can see this came out in 2009 with the Nickelodeon spot logo with the modernized SpongeBob logo. We got SpongeBob. We got, we got SpongeBob here. We got Patrick. We got Sandy. Surfing. Of course, on the back, we have a whole bunch of other books that you can collect. The same logo. And when this came out, it was $4. There you go, Stephen HillenBurg signature, Nickelodeon.com. Well, with that being said, let's actually, get on to reading. Surfs Up SpongeBob by David Lumen, illustrated by Heather Martinez. See some other information here. This came out in 2009. Let's see here. Let's tilt this just a little bit. Perfect. All right. Let's get into reading. Hey-ya! SpongeBob yelled as he lunged towards Sandy with a mighty karate strike. Sandy easily blocked his attack. Nice try, SpongeBob, she said, chuckling. I think that's enough karate for today. SpongeBob nodded. Same time tomorrow, he asked eagerly. Sandy shook her head. No can do, SpongeBob. I'm going to be grabbing my stick and carving some barrels. Huh? SpongeBob asked. He had no idea what she just said. I'm going surfing, Sandy explained. Want to come? SpongeBob hesitated. Well, I don't know. You do know how to surf, don't you? Sandy asked, taking off her gloves. Well, sure, SpongeBob answered, his voice cracking a little. Great, Sandy said. I'll see you at Goo Goo tomorrow then. I hear these are gonna be some epic, heavy, gnarly waves. Oh, my favorite kind, SpongeBob said, not sure what she meant. And he has a mental breakdown because Gary is just like, oh, brother. I've seen this image before. This just cracks me up every time. As soon as Sandy was gone, SpongeBob cried, Oh, Gary, what am I going to do? I told Sandy I know how to surf, but I don't know how to surf. This is a disaster. Patrick heard SpongeBob's cries and ran over. Don't worry, SpongeBob, he said cheerfully. You may be a ho-dad, but I'm struck to help you rip some tubes. Huh? SpongeBob asked. Patrick was so confusing as Sandy. Yeah, you may be a beginner, but I'm excited to teach you to surf, Patrick explained. That's a surfer talk. SpongeBob looked surprised. You know how to surf, Patrick? Patrick smiled. Of course I do. Why do you think I wear these cool surfer shirts all the time? I guess that makes sense. They are kind of like surfer pants or something like that. Anyways, moving on. Because they are the only pair you own? Exactly. Let's go. As Goo At Goo Lagoon, Patrick began SpongeBob's first lesson. The first thing to do is stand back, shouted Larry the Lobster. The big lifeguard set a growling surfer down the sand. What happened? SpongeBob asked anxiously. Dude tried to catch a bomb, but he ended up getting drilled in the zone, Larry replied seriously. Huh? SpongeBob asked. He tried to surf a wave, but it was too big for him, Patrick explained. Trembling, SpongeBob suggested, maybe we should leave. Why? Asked Patrick, puzzled. Are you scared? SpongeBob put on a brave face. No, I just don't want to run into Sandy. Patrick shrugged. Okay, I can teach you around your own yard. Back in SpongeBob's yard, Patrick laid his surfboard on the sand. Okay, lie down on your stick, he said. SpongeBob looked around. But I don't have a stick, Patrick. That's what we surfers call our boards, Patrick said. Oh, right, SpongeBob said. He lay down on the surfboard like it was a bed. Good, said Patrick. Except you're supposed to lay on your stomach. SpongeBob turned over. Next, Patrick showed him how to paddle out to a wave. Pop up, stand on your board. After a while, SpongeBob started to get the hang of standing up on the surfboard. I think I'm getting it, Patrick, he said, excited. You're a great teacher, Patrick smiled. Now you just have to try it on a wave. Where do we get a wave? SpongeBob asked. Patrick thought for a moment, then he snapped his fingers. I know, Squidward's bathtub. Come on. Well, this isn't working out. In Squidward's bathroom, Patrick called out directions. All right. Now try to cut back towards the lip. Catch some air. When Squidward came home, he was a little upset. SpongeBob and Patrick spent the rest of the day cleaning up Squidward's flood. I don't know. Let's try it again. SpongeBob and Patrick spent the rest of the day cleaning up Squidward's flooded house. I just hope I'm ready to surf Sandy tomorrow, SpongeBob said. Oh, you're ready, Patrick said encouragingly. Unless the waves are epic or gnarly or heavy or macking or Patrick, SpongeBob interrupted. Do all of those surf words mean huge? Pretty much, yeah, Patrick admitted. Squidward doesn't look all that happy. The next morning, SpongeBob got to Goo Lagoon early. The waves were gigantic. Maybe Sandy won't show up, he said hopefully. Just then, Sandy walked up. Ready to ride, SpongeBob? These waves are bigger than a Texas skyscraper. SpongeBob tried to look excited. You know it, Sandy. I'm stoked, he said brightly, then added to himself, I think. Today's surf's dangerous. Surf's up, Sandy shouted as she charged into the water with her surfboard. Come on, SpongeBob. I can't wait to hang 10. Yes, Sandy. I also want to curl my toes over the front of the board, SpongeBob answered, proud to know what she was talking about. He took a deep breath and he was about to follow Sandy. Then a surfer dragged himself out of the water. How is it out there? SpongeBob asked. Awesome, the surfer answered, and terrifying. SpongeBob gulped. Are you going back in? The surfer shook his head. Not happening, dude. Broke my board. As the surfer walked sadly away with his broken surfboard, SpongeBob got an idea. SpongeBob jumped and down on his surfboard. If I break my board, then I can't go surfing, he thought. I'll be saved. But the surfboard didn't break. This stick is tougher than I thought, SpongeBob said, stomping hard. As he jumped, SpongeBob took out for cracks on his board. He didn't notice that his board had slipped into the surf, and he was beginning carried out towards an enormous wave. If I could just jump hard enough, break this stupid surfboard, SpongeBob said. He had no idea that he was riding the biggest wave to ever hit Goo Lagoon. SpongeBob kicked the surfboard. He tried standing on his hands and pulling at the tip of the board. He punched, smacked, and whacked the board, but nothing worked. This was one tough surfboard. Finally, SpongeBob gave up. I'll just have to tell Sandy that the waves are too big for me, he said before looking up to see a huge crowd on the beach cheering for him. Sandy ran up to SpongeBob. SpongeBob, that was fantastic. Nobody's ever ridden a wave like that before. Ridden a wave? SpongeBob asked, confused. You rode the humongous wave like a cowboy on a bucking bronco, Sandy said, grinning from ear to ear. I did? SpongeBob asked. I mean, yeah, I did. Hooray for SpongeBob! Everyone shouted. Hooray for gnarly waves! SpongeBob shouted back. Well, and that was it. Very short story, very, straight to the point. But, it's a nice little book. A nice little book to tell to your kids or, family or whoever. Just a nice little silly book. And if you want me to, read more books in the future, let me know. And I'll definitely, keep making videos just like these. So, yeah. Thank you all so much for watching today's video. If you like what you see here and you want to see more like this on my channel, then be sure to subscribe to my channel today. Click that bell notification so you'll stay notified when I make new videos. Like the video, comment what you think of it. What was your favorite part? Do you have this book? Do you have another variation of this book? Share with your friends, family, or other people who love SpongeBob or just love reading in general. And with that being said, I will see all of you in my next video. Bye-bye!